Welcome back to another astonishing story from Olympics history. I've covered a few Olympic stories in the past. Here's one of them. The Olympic Games occurred in Greece between 776 BCE until roughly 393 CE. They resumed 1,500 years later in 1896, attempting to duplicate the astonishing feats of the original Olympiad. Track and field, gymnastics, swimming, downhill skiing, the Olympics are known for athletes shattering every physical limitation that we can imagine. But in the early days of the modern Olympics, there were some, shall we say, less than physically strenuous events. The Olympics used to give out medals for art. For the first 4 decades of competition, the Olympics awarded gold, silver, and bronze medals for architecture, literature, music, painting, and sculpture. The idea was that the ideal man or woman was strong in both body and mind. At one point, organizers also planned on including dancing, film, photography, and theater, but those never came to fruition. The subject of the pieces had to be sport-themed, so the majority of painters and sculptors depicted the sort of events that have now become synonymous with the Games. Poets wrote of athletic prowess, and winning architects sketched plans for stadiums and arenas. Many art critics, and even some artists themselves, found the events as ridiculous as you likely do right now, but the public turned out in droves to see their work. Big names like John Russell Pope, the architect behind the Jefferson Memorial, competed. And judges included people like Igor Stravinsky, one of the most influential composers of the 20th century. Jean Jacobi, a Luxembourg artist, won gold in both the 1924 and the 1928 Games, making him the most successful Olympic artist ever. American Walter Winans was one of only 2 people to take home medals for both sport and art competitions, winning in both marksmanship and the first ever Olympic gold medal for sculpture. Britain's John Copley won a silver medal in 1948 for an engravings and etchings competition. He was 73, making him the oldest Olympic medalist in history. And 2 presidents of the International Olympic Committee were winners, one decades before he ever served as the IOC president, and the other while serving, though he submitted his poetry under a pseudonym. The all-time arts medal table was dominated by Germany with a total of 23 medals, followed by Italy and France with 14 each. The art competitions were scrapped shortly after the Games resumed, following the end of World War II. Oh, and before you think this is all a thing of the past, breakdancing will be included as an official event at the 2024 Olympics in Paris. See you tomorrow for another amazing story from the Olympic Games. Stay curious, my friends.